What is up, everybody? My name is Dylan Sluter, and I'm the founder of TRD, or The Real Deal Fishing. I want to make this video today to say thank you to all my subscribers and everyone who's watched and liked my videos. I appreciate the support. I just wanted to do a little intro and explain to everyone who I am and what I'm doing with this channel. I really started taking fishing a little bit more serious a few years ago. I bought some better gear, invested a little bit more time into it, and started trying to learn the skills and techniques to catch more and bigger fish. And really what inspired this channel was a couple months ago, a buddy of mine, Devin, went fishing with me, and I took him to one of my favorite pits, and we absolutely slayed the bass. I myself caught around 120 bass, and he caught around 100. Either way, I mean, low ball estimate, we caught over 200 bass that day. And what happened at the end of it is he came to me and he said, you know, no one's gonna believe us. We should really film this because no one's gonna believe the success we're having. And after that, I was like, you know what, you're right, and I should start filming this. So I invested in a cheap action camera. It's the AE Life Silver. I got it from Fry's Electronics, just got a chest mount, strapped it on, and the first two videos that are on my channel are actually shot with it. And then I found out that I actually liked it and wanted to invest a little more in it, and got the GoPro Hero 6, and so my latest video was shot with it, and it's a lot better, more stable footage, and so I'm really liking the direction this is going. When I first started investing in my gear, I got the Fluger Patriarch and a St. Croix Premier rod, and I still use the St. Croix Premier rod, but the Patriarch I had a few issues with, and so I recently, this year, actually upgraded to, let's see, this Abu Garcia Revo MGX30, and really like this reel. It's on the St. Croix rod that I've always had, but really have enjoyed using this. It's one of the best casting reels I've ever used, and it absolutely, the drag is phenomenal, and it's just a solid lightweight setup. And my secondary rod is this Lew's Speed Spin reel with this Abu Garcia Vigilante rod. It's a little bit of a cheaper setup for me. I didn't invest quite as much money into it, but it's done very well for me and has actually caught quite a bit of fish as well. So that's sort of my gear. My style of fishing is more power fishing. Throw a lot of spinnerbait, crankbaits, anything that's sort of fast. I can cast, and just try to find the fish. And then if I start running out of luck with my main fishing bait, then I usually go to a soft plastic or something that's slower, where I can just pinpoint it and then get those fish to strike. So that's kind of my style around here anyways, and it's been fairly successful. And that's another one of the reasons I wanted to create a channel was earlier this year I hooked into a bass. Definitely my personal best, at least that I've weighed. And I hooked into it and it took drag. It was actually the first time fishing with the Abu reel. I didn't have my drag exactly right because I wasn't exactly expecting to catch the size of fish that was. But it took drag, ran straight into a limb that was out in the water, and I could feel the fish was still on it. So I kept slacking instead of giving slack in my line, I made sure it was tight. And I actually paid a buddy who's featured in a lot of them, my buddy Jake. I gave him $20 to get in the water and go out and get that fish because he didn't believe it was as big of a fish as it was. And then he swam out, and once he grabbed that fish and unhooked it off the log, because it was still hooked up, he brought it, and I was like, yeah, that's a big fish. So right when we got out of the water and weighed it, it was around 712, give or take, because the scale kind of varied. I think the battery might have been low. And then once we got it back home, because it was damaged, the side of it got messed up on the log and it was bleeding, so we decided to actually take it home and mount it. So once we got it home and weighed it, it was 7 pounds 9 ounces, so I lost a little bit of weight on the transition back to my home. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous fish, and I realized then as well that I should probably be filming because it was quite a funny time seeing him going out swimming, bringing that big fish in. And I just wanted to say thanks again to everyone for the support of this channel. I'm not sponsored by anyone, so when I say I'm throwing a hazy daisy, I'm saying that because I love that bait, and that's one of my favorite spinner baits. And me wearing this gear has nothing to do with any sponsorships or anything like that. But thank you for all the support, and at the end of this, I'm going to attach a slideshow of just some of the photos of the fish that I've caught and the people who were with me, my friends have caught, before I was filming and had the GoPro. So hopefully you enjoy it, and keep up to date with this channel, and I'll keep posting stuff as soon as I can. Thank you.